Hey there, Supalama here. Today I'm going to try and pick this lock from West Coast Picks called LS Dam. He's covered up the key, but that keyway is nasty. Actually, I'm going to lower that just a little bit. Yes, doesn't give me a whole lot of room. My normal homemade tension wrench doesn't fit in there whatsoever. And the other tension wrenches I have don't work either. I've tried some bottom of the keyway tension wrenches and they don't give me the control I really need. So what I've done is I've just used my top of the keyway tension wrench in the bottom, and that gives me more control than any of the other tension wrenches I have. So that's what I'll be doing in this case. And I will also be using, where is it, my 20 thousandths deforced diamond. So first click off one, a little bit of core movement. Click on two, another click on two, another click on two, and we got a little bit of a false set. Counter rotation on three. Three is the problem child in this one. I'm just gonna move this back a little bit because I need to have a little bit more control. There we go. If you get it right, you can set it. Otherwise, you miss it. There. Okay, so I've set three, I think. Let's see here. Some counter rotation on, I think that's one. He doesn't want to go anywhere though. There we go, click on one. That feels like 6, counter rotation on 6. Couple clicks on him, but he's not going anywhere. I'm gonna release tension. Oh, something else is bound up on me here. Okay, back on one. Click on him again. Ah, I've unset everything. Click on two, another click on two. Okay, we got our false set back. 3 still feels set. Back to 6. Click on 6. And it feels like I'm oversetting him. So I've lost my false set. Click on two again, false set is back to 6. Let me get something a little higher here. Try this one. 6 and 3, but mostly 3. Perhaps I'm raising him too high. There. Just raised him ever so slightly, and he felt like he set. A little click on 5. I'm getting nothing. I'm gonna go back to my deforced diamond. Whenever I get no counter rotation whatsoever, I just start prodding pins for any kind of core movement. Take off a little bit of tension. I'll start prodding again. I think I've got something unset there. That was 5. I'm feeling counter rotation on 6 again. Back to my medium hook. So that's what did it last time. It was a 5 that gave me counter rotation. No, definitely 6. That doesn't feel like he's high enough now. Go back to my high hook. Actually, got steeper. There we go. There's the counter rotation. There. Oh, and I think that was 3 or 2, and we're open. That's a really challenging lock because I can't go top of the keyway. Okay, let's see here. I would like to leave that key wrapped up still. I think it's going to be this follower though. Yep. And I think there's a T-pin in there, so I'm going to shim this. Correction, I would like to shim this. There we go. Oh, that's actually too big. There. Okay, ooh. 3. Is that an overset trap? Didn't feel like it. No, it is not. Okay, everything seems to be nice and under the shear line. 3 had me worried there for a minute. Okay, the core. Let's see here, I'm seeing that might be an undercut on 2 and threading on 5, but it doesn't feel like undercutting on 2. No. The only thread is in chamber 5, and that's it. That's the only chamber modification. Let's see what we have up top. a nice spool on one. Steel spring. Serrated in two. Really, really nice serrations. It looks like a copper spring in two. It is. Oh, that is a pin and pin on 3. At least I think so. I'll take that apart later. That looks like a copper spring in 3. There we go, copper spring. There we go. That looks like... That's a really interesting spool with serrations on the inside. I thought it was threaded for a minute. Let's see here. It's come out a little too far. Steel spring in 4. Another spool looking thing in 5. Oh, hold on. You're in 6. You're in 5. There's one that's just sitting there. That would be why things felt a little odd. Let me get these other springs out first. Copper spring in 6. I'm not finding a spring in 5. Oh, that's because that spring is you. And I will just... Standard. Is there no spring? The top cap doesn't look modified at all. I'm not seeing a spring. Well, there we go. No spring. There is also no modifications to the Bible up top whatsoever. I'm not seeing anything. I didn't feel anything. And the top cap doesn't look like it's been taken off, so I don't expect any modifications. We will get all this together here. I'm just going to see... Oh wow, yes, this is a pin and pin. T-pin on top. So that's how it's set, but see if I can do this without losing anything. That's what it looks like on the inside. That T-pin's got serrations on it as well, just to be extra grabby. I wonder if he's threaded the inside of this. Nope, straight through. Very, very nice. Okay, so these are all the pins. Key pins are all different, standard, serrated. And this one is serrated as well. This one's a standard but with a T-pin top. This is a standard, and this is a serrated. Up top for drivers we have spool, serration, T-pin with what appears to be an attempt at making it somewhat of a spool as well, and then a serration up top. Standard, no spring as far as I can tell. Spool with some serrations on the inside of that as well. And this one also has these serrations on the inside of spool. It's a really, really interesting lock. The pins coupled with the keyway made it quite a challenge. It really sapped away a lot of my control, which I believe was West Coast Pig's intentions, is to take away the control of the tension wrench. The more sloppy it gets, the easier it is to make pins overset, as well as it's harder to actually tell when you set a pin properly. I can see why I put a standard there. Not a whole lot of room to play. Okay, this is how the lock sits at rest. Focus. There you go. Alright, so pin stack 4 was the really high cut key pin, so there's not a whole lot West Coast Picks can do with that, so I can completely understand why I use a standard there. It will also stop the core from flopping around a little bit. This one here in 3 was the pin in pin, I believe, yes. Serrated, and he had one of those, I believe it was a serrated spool, yes, to grab into those threads on 5. Awesome, awesome lock. West Coast Picks, thanks for making this lock, and Chris Irons, thank you for sending me this lock. Everyone else, thanks for watching.